Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a full face of first impressions. I've bought a lot of makeup recently and this might be a longer video, but if you want to see all these new products, just keep on watching. Alright, so these aren't necessarily new products, but they're new products to me. Some of them are newer, but not all of them are. The first thing that I have is this SmashBox Photo Finish Primerizer. It's like a primer and a moisturizer in one. It's really runny. Feels like it'd be really moisturizing. It feels really like hydrating, if that makes sense. It feels really nice, really hydrating, for sure. I don't know that it feels like a primer to me, but it feels really nice. Feels kind of cooling also. So you don't really need to put as much on as I did because it does spread around very well. It covers a lot of the area on your face. Okay, I'm gonna let that sit for a little bit and then I will be right back and we'll apply some foundation. Okay guys, I'm back. Just pinned my hair back so we could get the foundation on. That sat for a while and it dried down fairly quickly. It does feel a little tacky, so that's good. Hopefully it helps the foundation adhere to it. I don't know that it really did a whole lot else besides, you know, just kind of make a base layer. But it feels really nice and it was really hydrating also. So the foundation I'm going to be using today is this CYO Long Lasting Foundation. I did try the CYO Matte Foundation, I believe it is called, and I really liked that one, so I picked this one up. And then I believe this is the shade 104, but I'm not seeing on here what shade it is, which is kind of funny. I'm just going to go ahead and dot it all over my face. Oh, that actually looks like a good match. I wasn't sure. It looked kind of light in here, but people were saying that it comes out darker. So if you guys don't know what CYO is, it's basically the new drugstore brand at Walgreens. It's like exclusively to Walgreens. And I did a whole video on the brand itself actually. I really did like a lot of the products and they're super affordable. Like they are coming for e.l.f., they are coming for NYX, like in the affordability range with the quality of products. Like it's really good. So I would totally recommend looking into them. I can link my video that I did because it was a full face of CYO. This foundation is alright. It seems to be definitely more medium coverage. I wish it was more fuller coverage. I think I'll just kind of go in on some of the spots that I wish were covered more and try to see if it's a little bit more buildable. It doesn't seem to be covering my, you know, problem areas over here for sure. You can definitely see right through those. Under my eyes, I like a little bit more coverage, like right on my cheeks. I feel like you can always see a little bit of my redness, and then also on my nose and kind of in that area. I just like a little bit more coverage in those areas. So you know what, I just want more coverage all over. Even my forehead looks like it needs more coverage, so we'll just do a little bit more and hopefully that doesn't end up looking cakey. I do have to say though that the finish of this foundation is looking pretty nice. It looks pretty natural, which is always great, and it actually matches me really well. I don't know, you guys, this is not my favorite foundation by far. I think I definitely like the other CYO one better, the matte foundation. I'll show you guys up close. See if you can tell. You can just kind of see everything. I do like the color of it. I'll keep using it. The only thing that I do not have new is a concealer, so I'm going to be using this oldie but goodie, my NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer. So now I think what we'll do is I'll set my under eyes and set my whole face with powder. I'm going to be using the one I just picked up. It's the Maybelline Fit Me powder, and I have it in the shade 05 Fair. And I've heard a lot of good reviews on this, so I just got a little bit in the cap there. I was kind of worried because this is in the shade Fair, but I was hoping that it would be more like translucent. Hopefully it doesn't make me look ghostly. Now I'm just going to kind of dust it all over my face. I think it did lighten me up a little bit, but not too bad or anything. And we can always fix that with bronzing. It doesn't seem to be like clinging to any dry spots really. It just kind of looks like it's sitting nicely on my face. It feels really nice. Now what I think I want to do is use my Benefit Get the Pretty started. So we've got the Hoola bronzer, the California blush, and then the What's Up highlighter. Not 100% sure if I'm going to use this highlighter, and especially now that I just set my whole face, like I wasn't even really thinking about it. However, it is a cream to powder, they say, so I think it's okay to put over powder. But I do also have my Ofra highlighter in Blissful, and I haven't used this one yet, so we might end up using that one. I definitely am really interested in this Hoola bronzer. I don't like ever contour my face. I kind of just use bronzer to add color to my face and just put it all over, really. I don't know. I'm not a makeup artist. I just do my makeup how I like it, I guess. This is a really good shade. Wow, okay. I wasn't sure. I didn't know how dark it'd be because they made this Hoola Light shade. Hoola Light looks so light, but you know, Hoola Light would actually probably be okay for me too. I think it looks really, really nice, you guys. Wow, alright, I see the hype with Hoola. I see. Okay, I never really like understood the hype, but it definitely looks really nice. I love it. So I guess this isn't really bronzing. This is more contouring. I always do this with my bronzer. I like contour my nose with it. And it's really sloppy and lazy, but I think it always turns out looking nice. So, you know, if it works for you, you guys, it works for you. I just do what works for me. And then I go in and I have this little oval brush. Just got these off Amazon. Actually, my mom bought them for me for Christmas a couple years ago, I think. And they work really good for blending. See? I really like them. So not a first impression or new product or anything for me. I use this all the time. All these brushes I use all the time. Wow, that looks so nice, you guys. I love it. So next I want to do highlight. So I guess, I don't know if I want to use this or not. Should we try? We'll try. And I don't really know how to apply cream highlighters, I'm not gonna lie. Just with your finger? I'm just gonna use my finger. I don't see anything. I just don't want to like make it look, I don't want it to look streaky. I knew when I swatched it that it was like super natural, so I'm not gonna complain about that. But I do wish you could see it a little bit more. I think I'll definitely put Blissful on top of it, but this will just act kind of as a base for it. Maybe Blissful will stick more to it, which I'm kind of worried about because Ofra highlighters are insanely pigmented. Like, they're almost too pigmented where I have to like blend them out. Alright, you can see it more on this side. Hi, highlight. That's cute. This just feels so like tedious to me to apply this. Let me know in the comments down below if you have a better way to apply your cream highlighters, because I never wear cream highlighters. I never wear cream highlighters. I'm just gonna apply it where I apply it normally. It looks really pretty on the nose. It's very natural because I don't like necessarily a blinding highlight on the nose. So now let's go in with Ofra highlighter in Blissful. It's more of a pink tone, but you can't really tell in the pan. Here's what it looks like. It's almost too pinky because What's Up has kind of pink undertones in it also. This is super pigmented. I'm definitely gonna have to blend it out. So I'm just gonna take my big powder brush here. Just kind of blend a little bit. Alright, nope, that looks good. That looks good. I love Ofra highlighters, and I know how pigmented they are, and I always have to blend them a little bit, so that looks really nice actually. So next we'll go in with blush, and I'm going to be using the California blush from this palette here. Looks like it might be really pigmented and really pink, so I'm going to try to go in very light-handed here. Yep, barely have anything on my brush, and yeah, that's pigmented. Literally went like this, and that's what it looks like. It's really like girly, I guess, if that makes sense. Okay, that was probably a little excessive. My bad. Alright, so I'm gonna take a little bit more of my setting powder and just kind of go over that a little bit so it's not as pigmented. What do you guys think so far? I'm happy. I think it looks really pretty and like young, if that makes sense. Like I feel like young and youthful. So next thing I want to do is brows, and for that we're going to use the Benefit, the Precisely My Brow Pencil. It's got a nice spoolie on one side, and then we've got the Precise end on the other side. So we'll just use this to brush our brows out. Now I have pretty full brows, honestly. I don't necessarily have to fill them in a lot or anything, but I just personally like to. I feel naked when I don't have my brows filled in, so I'll just go ahead and do this. I did get this also in the shade 2, so it's like a lighter ashy taupey blonde. I thought it looked the most similar to the NYX Micro Brow, which is the one that I normally use all the time. This honestly is a really good shade. It might be even a better shade than the NYX one. The NYX one is like the teeniest bit dark, but it doesn't bother me. I almost like prefer it now, but this is like pretty much my natural brow color. Like, it doesn't look very much different from this one, and I've pretty much filled it all in where I planned on filling it in. Alright, brows are done, and I had absolutely no problem with that. That was super easy to apply. So it was a really good color match for me. I'm glad I picked that one up. So next I am going to go ahead and we'll do our eyeshadow. So I have this Lorac behind the scenes eye primer, and I get sent one of these with like every Lorac eyeshadow palette that I buy, and I've just never tried it because I have like an Urban Decay primer potion open, and sometimes I don't even use eyeshadow primer, so I thought I'd give this one a try today. It feels fine. It's really easy to blend all over the lids just with my finger here. It's generally what I would do anyway. It doesn't seem to be super full coverage or anything. It's a little bit lotiony. As you can see, you can still like see the veins in my eyelids a bit. I don't know. It doesn't really matter that much to me. I think once I have like eyeshadow on, you won't be able to tell. I'm gonna go ahead and set my eyes again with my Maybelline. I always set my eyes with setting powder. I don't know. I know some people use like a color in their eyeshadow palette to set, but I always set my eyes with setting powder. And I see other people do that too, so I don't think it's weird or anything. I just see that like a lot of people also use like eyeshadow palettes and stuff, and you can really use whatever. Like, makeup is so versatile. We all have our own way of doing things, and there's a lot of different ways to do things in general, so. And that is the art of makeup. The beauty of makeup, the art of makeup. So I've got a few different eyeshadow products to try out today. I picked up the Lorac Beauties Brunch palette. I thought I'd just kind of use this to kind of create just a regular like crease look or whatever. And then I'm not sure what I want to use because I have these two little glitters from Wet n Wild. So I think what we'll do, let's just go ahead and I'll swatch these with you guys live here so we can see if they are even like swatchable and usable, I guess. Okay guys, first I want to say these are a pain in the butt to open. This one I totally just ruined trying to open it. Not ruined, but I got my finger all stuck up in there. So I guess we'll swatch this one first. So this is Brass. These are very interesting textured. Here, that's what Brass looks like. So it's like just a loose glitter, but they're really like, I've never used anything like this before, so maybe this is normal, but they're really like jelly feeling. Like, I don't know how to explain it. They're like really sticky. I don't know. I mean, it looks really pretty. So that's Brass. This one we'll do next is Bleached, and this one's really pretty and iridescent, so I don't know. That's what Bleached looks like. So I definitely could see these working with a brush. Let's just go ahead and apply some colors from this Lorac Brunch Pro palette, and we will figure out what we're doing here. Alright, so I think the color that I'm going to take first is this bottom one right here. It's called Mimosa. It's just like a pretty orangey peach neutral shade. And I'll just work that into the crease. So there is Mimosa in the crease. I think what I want to do next is go ahead and take this lighter shade right here called Pancakes and kind of put that over my lid, work it a little bit into the crease, but just right underneath that Mimosa shade. And then to create like a little bit of dimension, I'm going to take this shade right up here. It's called Hot Sauce, just a little bit darker. We're going to throw that on the outer corner, work it into the crease a little bit also. It's not really darkening the outer corners up as much as I was hoping it would. And there's not really a whole lot in here that I can use to kind of darken them up. There is this shade right here called Sorbet. So maybe we'll go in with a little bit of that and see how it looks. That is more of a purple shade, but You know what? I'm just throwing things together here and we'll see what looks good in the end. Yeah, that does help darken up that outer corner a little bit more. Still using the same shade Sorbet, just switched brushes to kind of see if I can get a different effect on that. That brush wasn't working exactly like how I wanted it to. So I think what I'm going to do next is go ahead and use this Brass Wet n Wild glitter right here and just apply that kind of all over the lid, mainly focusing on like the inner part, just to kind of, I want to see just how this exactly works. I don't know if I should maybe set down some glitter glue, probably, but I'm not going to. It does have a very sticky base the way it is. All right, do you guys see that? That's really sparkly. It's insanely sparkly. It's really easy to work with, but you don't really want to tap on it too much, or it kind of like creates space just because it's so sticky. Do you know what I mean? Like, by it creates space, like the texture of it is just kind of, it's not good to keep going over in the same spot basically. So I think I'll just leave it at that for now, but I am going to go back into my palette here, and I want to go ahead and take Pancakes again and run it through the crease just to soften up where I put that glitter. And hopefully it doesn't flake off or get too sticky. I'm not really sure how this is going to work. Seems to be okay. It doesn't seem to be flaking off. It doesn't really work the best though to go back into your crease after you've applied this. Okay. It definitely does wipe off a little bit and it's moving around, which is not the end of the world. So I think what I'm going to do next then is go back into my Get the Pretty Started palette from Benefit, and we're going to go ahead and just take my What's Up highlighter, and I'm going to use a brush this time and see how that works. But I want to apply it as my brow bone highlight and kind of in my inner corners because it's so pretty and natural. And I do actually tend to like more of a blinding inner corner, so I think now that I put that in there, I'm going to go ahead now and take my Ofra highlight in Blissful and kind of work that into the inner corners a little bit also. Yes, that is what I like. Now I'm going to go ahead and I have this Pixie Endless Silky Eye Pen, Pixie by Petra. Just in the shade black, it's just a regular eyeliner. It's very messy. Oh god, I just messed that up even more. Alright, maybe not my favorite eyeliner. Even when I like mess up with my eyeliners, they never get like this smudgy normally. So then next, the new mascara I have is the Marc Jacobs Velvet Noir that we just got in our Sephora Play boxes this month. It has the kind of like brush shape that I go for normally. And I really like Marc Jacobs products, so I was like really interested in trying this. So I was really glad that they sent it out in this month's box. Alright, just realized I forgot to do my lower lash line, but no, have no fear, we can still do it. I'll just be very careful. So far, this formula is really nice. It's a little bit wet, but not overly. I don't think I'm too upset about it. I just prefer, my eyelashes look insane. Holy cow. Alright. Okay, my eyelashes look really good. I'm not even mad. But I don't normally like this wet of a formula. The Lancome Monsieur Big and the Too Faced Better Than Sex are a little bit more of a drier formula. Not dry or anything, but they dry quicker, I guess. They don't feel wet upon applying. And you can put on coats faster, it seems. This seems to be okay though, even though I'm applying the coats right away. They're not sticking together too much, I don't think. What do you guys think? Oh my god, are these even real? I promise I don't have lash extensions or anything. Like, these are just my actual lashes. This is crazy. I'm so impressed. I would literally buy this in full size. So let's go back into the eyes now. So I'm just gonna go ahead and take my little e.l.f. smudge brush, and I'm gonna go ahead and take hot sauce and run it underneath my lower lash line. Just being very careful not to mess up my lashes too much, but we can always go back in with a little bit more mascara. What do you guys think of the eye look? I really like these Wet n Wild glitter. You just have to work quickly with them. Make sure you apply it where you want to apply it, because it seemed like as I was kind of going back in, and even, yes, after I went back in with that crease shade, it was like not having it, but it looks okay, I think. I think it's still holding up pretty good. And then the only product that I really have for lips that's new is this MAC Velvet Teddy lipstick. I'm not sure if it's really gonna go with my look today, but I'll try it out. If we don't like it, I'll probably just apply one of my mini lip glosses. Alright, you guys, so here is Velvet Teddy. It's really pretty. However, I don't think I'm going to wear it today. It's so comfortable though. It's supposed to be like a matte lipstick, but very comfortable. I just don't think it really matches my eye look today. I'm not really feeling it. So I do like the shade though. It's very pretty and neutral. Excuse the horrible lip job. If I was actually gonna wear it, I would fix it, but I just wanted to show you guys the color, and I wanted to try the formula because I haven't tried it yet. So I think what I'm just gonna do is go ahead and apply my Dior lip gloss in the shade Fantasy. Love this, and I've been trying to use it up. If you guys can tell, it's getting really, really empty. It's basically almost gone. Like, it's sad, but I've just really been trying to use up my products lately. So I'm gonna go ahead and fix my hair. I'll be right back, and we'll just kind of talk about these products a little bit. Alright, you guys, I'm back. I just wanted to talk about these products a little bit with you. I honestly recommend pretty much all of them to you guys. This was a really good first impressions. Like, I got lucky. The things that I honestly would probably recommend to you the most that I was like most impressed by was definitely this little Get the Pretty Started Kit. If you haven't tried these products by Benefit, I mean, you have to. They're so, so good. The Hula is like definitely one of my new favorites. I think it's so beautiful. Looks really nice on my skin tone. The California, I don't know that it's my favorite necessarily, but I think for $20 you get this palette here, and it's such a good price. I'm sure it's just limited edition, so if you haven't tried these products and are interested in them, definitely pick them up because they are really, really beautiful. And then another thing that I was really pleasantly surprised by, these little glitters from Wet n Wild, like, they retail for 99 cents. They're really, really cheap, and the fact that they work as good as they did just was amazing. So here's what just the brass one looks like again. So I would definitely recommend those to you guys if you saw them, were interested in them, but weren't sure. I mean, they're only 99 cents, so literally get one in every color. These are so beautiful. And then another thing that I was really happy with was this Marc Jacobs Velvet Noir. I've been interested in this for such a long time, and the fact that it looks, you know, as good as it does, and it still looks good, I'm just really, really happy about that. And I didn't purchase this. This was in our Sephora play box, but I definitely would purchase this for sure. That's pretty much it for the products that I was like most excited about, but I would recommend like all these products to you guys. The only two things that I don't really think did a whole lot for me was the Smashbox Photo Finish Primerizer, and then the CYO foundation just wasn't my favorite. I think that it looks really nice now, you know, but it's not my favorite by any means. Like, I wouldn't recommend you guys going out and purchasing it because I'm not like ecstatic about it, you know. And then this primer just really didn't seem to do anything for me. I mean, granted, it didn't do anything negative, at least. Like, it didn't enhance my pores, but it didn't really hide them. They just look the same. But I wouldn't purchase it, so I'm not gonna sit here and recommend it to you guys. All the other products were just good, you know. I wasn't like super impressed or hating on them or anything by any means. Alright, you guys, that is it for my first impressions video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, make sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe, and I will see you guys in my next one. Thank you so much for watching.